and welcome to my little bookish corner of the internet. My name is Harriet. Today I'm going to be talking through the books that I would like to read in August. I cannot believe it is August already. This year is completely flying by. I am not even certain now if I'm going to hit my 100 books in a year. I was on track, but now I'm not reading as much because I've changed my job. So hopefully I will be able to hit that, and I still do want to read at least one non-fiction a month, which I have been keeping up with, which is amazing. But I've not set my goal too high for this month, even though I know I've got to hit that target of 100. I don't want to put pressure on myself at the moment to read because I've got a lot going on in my life. So this month might be a quieter one, so I've only set 5 books on this list for me to read, but I'm really excited for all of them, so let's talk through them. The first book I'm going to mention, I don't know if any of you that are watching this video will have ever read this. To be honest, there's a couple on this list that's a bit like that, but I'm looking for quite unique stories that I can really sink my teeth into at the moment. So the first one I'd like to read is by Ursula Le Guin, who, as you all know, is my favourite author, and it's called 4 Ways to Forgiveness. I picked this up because I didn't own it already, so I don't actually know what it's about, so I'll read the back. 2 planets, Wirral, a slave-owning oligarchy, is that how you say that? Oligarchy? And Yeowe, its colony, are destined for revolution after contact with the sophisticated space-going civilization of the Yukuman. But one form of oppression and slavery can all too easily give way to another, and so a new fight for equality is born. In these 4 linked novellas, freedom for women, for slaves, for human beings takes many forms. It can be learning or love, compassion or courage, created with a touch or killed with a blow. So 4 linked novellas in this little book. I think it would be quite easy for me to flick through these and maybe even read it between other books, possibly. I didn't pick much up from this, apart from that it is science fiction and following 4 different stories, mainly focused around oppression. So very interesting. I think I'm going to enjoy this. Le Guin is always very good at talking about feminism because she was a feminist, and I really like her views on it. So hoping that shines through in this book. And I really like how weird and kooky the front cover is, and the back cover's got all these planets on. And I'm just really excited to finally pick this up. The next 2 books are part of the same series, and I've literally only just mentioned these in a book haul, but I really want to pick them up. I can't stop thinking about them. So they are the 2 books in the Disney The Queen's Council series, which is a YA series. I think there is another book coming out very soon following Jasmine, but we've got Rebel Rose, which is Belle, and Feather and Flame, which is Mulan, and they're following the characters after the events of the films that we know and love and the stories that we know. And I just cannot wait to get to these. I think they're going to be really fun and easy to read. Again, perfect for someone who doesn't have a lot of time before and after work anymore and wants something easy to relax with on the weekends. And I just really like the look of these books. I will hopefully be picking up the next book if it comes out soon and if I enjoy these. So I need to get to them soon to make sure that I am certain that I want to pick up the next one. And then the 4th book I'd like to get to is the non-fiction. I've mentioned this a couple of times on my channel. I picked it up at a book swap ages ago, and it is just high time that I got to it. And that is Hidden Nature, A Voyage of Discovery by Alice Fowler. And this is a memoir of someone who sets out in an inflatable kayak to discover and explore the Birmingham Canal network and the waterways and just figure out who they are as a person. But it just sounds like a really gorgeous book, and about focusing in on nature and finding yourself and finding your place in the world. And it's a super short book. I don't personally know the author. I'm not certain who they are. I've really wanted to read it for a very long time, ever since I picked it up. So this can be my non-fiction for the month of August. And then the final book I'm going to show, I feel like the hype train moves on from many books very quickly now, and I just can't keep up. But this book has been on my shelf ever since it first came out, which is when I purchased it. So I really do need to read it, and it's the 3rd book I'll be reading by the author. So that is Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney. I feel like I don't really even need to explain what this is about because everyone probably already knows. But it will just be a character study of many different characters. I don't know if it is also set in Ireland like the previous 2 books by this author. Not certain, but I feel like this will be something very, again, easy to read, but with deeper messages, something I can really enjoy on the weekends and really get my teeth into. And it is not too long, but it still is a substantial size, so I won't feel like I'm just reading loads of really tiny books. So my page count will be a little bit higher. Not that I worry too much about that, but I don't want to be reading loads of 100-page books. I do want to have something that I can really get into and immerse myself into. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get to this. Please let me know if you've read this down below, if you think it is worth giving a go. I've been nervous because it was so hyped up. I'm just worried that I will be disappointed by it, but hopefully I won't be. So those are all the books that I'm setting on my TBR for the month of August. I would also perhaps like to read a Jane Austen novel, maybe a reread, possibly of Pride and Prejudice, just because I watched the Keira Knightley version the other day and it's just set me off on one of those things where I get obsessed with something, and I'm currently really obsessed with Mr. Darcy. So I feel like I need to pick up Pride and Prejudice again, and I have got a lovely edition which I'll be showing off in a haul very soon. So I'll show you that, and hopefully I maybe might get to it this month, but there's also no pressure. Let me know down below what book you're most excited to get to this month, and if there are any on this list that you're really excited to see my thoughts on. But that's everything from me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!